Welcome to Echoes of the Word, where our community comes together to explore and share the teachings of the Lord, the sources of inspiration, and the depth from the Bible. Today, we will hear about, do you truly believe in God? Even when you feel utterly alone, as if no one stands beside you, know this: I am always here, closer than your very breath. Quiet but unwavering, like a small flame still burning within your heart. I see every pain you try to hide. I hear your silent cries in the long nights when no one else does. And I understand the burdens you carry that you cannot speak of. My silence does not mean absence. I am walking with you, step by step, through every trial. Do you know this, my child? Just as a jeweler refines gold in the fire, I use these very trials to refine your faith, not merely so you can endure storms, but so your light can shine even in the darkest places of the soul. I don't ask you to be perfect. I ask you to believe. Believe that amid the noise of the world, there is still a gentle whisper within you, the voice of the Holy Spirit, the voice of your Father, calling you back to a love that has no conditions. I rejoice when you praise my name, but my heart aches when that name is spoken with indifference or without reverence. Because my name, Jesus, is not just a name. It is the symbol of love, of sacrifice, and of saving power. Speak my name with gratitude and awe. Let the light of my name illuminate your soul and cast away the darkness that weighs upon your heart. My beloved child, if you are weary or lost, pause for a moment. Stop trying to be strong on your own. I am here. I have always been here, and I will never leave. Just lift your eyes, and you will see. I've been watching over you all along, waiting for you to place your trust in my unfailing love. My child, there is a sacred moment I want you to remember. The moment my beloved Son, hanging upon the cross, declared, "It is finished." That was not defeat. That was the greatest victory over sin and death, sealed in love and poured out for you. From that moment, I clothed you in the robe of salvation, a garment not earned by deeds but given in mercy. It is a symbol of forgiveness, of oneness with me. Wear it boldly, not in pride, but in purpose. For with me you are called to rise, to fight for what is good, for what is just, and for what is loving. Yes, I desire your success. I rejoice when you achieve the dreams I placed within your heart. But success is not the end. It is the beginning of responsibility. Use what you've been given to lift others up, to bring light into places still wrapped in darkness. Let your victories serve not just yourself, but become seeds of hope in the lives of others. Never forget, you are never alone, not even for a heartbeat. I am the lamp at your feet, the strength in your weakness, the comfort in your sorrow. Trust me, not only in calm, but especially in storms. Life will not always be easy. The road is not paved with comfort and applause. There will be setbacks, griefs, and silence. But even in the night, I am the light that never goes out. I am the Father of both the joyful and the broken. I am the hope of the forgotten, the song in the silence, the warmth in the cold. So when you are tempted to believe that no one sees you, remember, I see you. When you think your prayers are lost in the wind, know this: I've heard every word, even the ones too painful to speak. And my love, it does not fade. not with time, not with failure, not with fear. Open your heart and let that love transform the way you see yourself. You are not the sum of your past mistakes. You are not defined by how others have treated you. You are defined by me, the one who created you with purpose and sealed your soul with eternity. Let me lead you to places of healing. Let me mend the wounds no one else sees. Let me carry you when your strength gives way. My love does not ask you to be unbreakable. It asks you to be willing. Willing to believe, to surrender, and to come home again and again, until you remember that you were never far from me. Come to me, my child, not just with your strength, but especially with your wounds. I see the hidden bruises in your heart, those silent scars that no one else notices, the ones you've learned to hide behind a smile, behind the busyness, behind the silence. But you don't need to hide them from me. I am not afraid of your brokenness. I embrace it because it is there in the tender, shattered places that my love does its greatest work. Let me be your healer, not only of the body, but of the soul. Let me be the gentle voice that silences shame, the calm in the storm of your emotions, the balm on wounds that time alone cannot mend. My child, you do not need to carry every burden alone. I never meant for you to. I am your refuge. I am your rest. I am the strength that never fails. I know you've stumbled. I know you've questioned. I know there were moments you wanted to give up, when the weight of pain seemed heavier than hope. But I was there, not watching from afar, but kneeling beside you in the dust. I caught the tears you didn't dare let fall. I whispered your name when the noise drowned everything else. I never left, and I never will. Even now, I am preparing blessings beyond what you can imagine. But first, let me heal you from within. Not just a surface healing, but a holy transformation. Let me take the lies that have wrapped around your mind. Lies that say you're not enough, that you're forgotten, that you're too far gone, and replace them with truth. You are loved. You are seen. You are chosen. You are mine. Do not fear the process. Just as a potter shapes the clay through pressure, through fire, through time, so too am I shaping you. Every trial is forming something eternal in you. Every disappointment, every delay, every door that closed was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to direct you toward me, toward something greater than comfort, toward transformation. I am not building a perfect life for you. I am building a faithful soul within you, one that can stand in storms and still sing, one that can forgive even when it hurts, one that reflects my love in a world that has forgotten what true love looks like. Let go of what was. Release the regrets, the resentment, the fear. They are not your identity. They are not your future. I am writing a future so filled with purpose, peace, and presence that even your deepest sorrow will one day become a well of strength. But you must choose. Choose to trust me even when the way is unclear. Choose to follow me even when it costs your comfort. Choose to surrender again and again until your heart beats in rhythm with mine. You were made for more than survival. You were made for glory, for joy, for communion, and I am calling you back, not to who you used to be, but to who you truly are in me. No more hiding, no more running. Just come, come as you are, and let us begin together the sacred journey of becoming. My beloved child, I know the battles you face, the quiet ones, hidden behind the daily routines and polite smiles, the roaring ones that come at night, doubts that scream louder than truth, fears that paralyze you before you can even take a step. I see the moments you feel small, overwhelmed, like your faith is hanging by a thread. And still I say to you, stand, not because you are strong enough on your own, but because I am the strength within you. I never asked you to fight your battles with human might. I called you to fight with my spirit, to wear the armor I give you, faith as your shield, truth as your belt, righteousness as your breastplate, salvation as your helmet, and my word as your sword. You are not defenseless. You are not helpless. You are equipped. This world may try to convince you that faith is fragile, outdated, irrelevant. But faith in me is your greatest weapon. Not blind faith, not wishful thinking, but a grounded, anchored trust that holds firm when everything else is shaking. A faith that says, even if I don't see the way, I will still follow. Even when it hurts, I will still believe. Don't be surprised by the fire, child. Don't shrink back when opposition rises. Faith isn't built in comfort. It's forged in pressure. Every trial that tests you has permission only to refine you, not to destroy you. You may bend, but you will not break, because I am holding you. There will be people who won't understand your journey. Some may mock your hope, question your convictions, or laugh at your prayers. But remember, they did the same to me. They mocked the cross before it became a symbol of salvation. They doubted the empty tomb before it changed the course of history. Don't fear their voices. Fear losing sight of mine. You are not here to please the world. You are here to reflect my glory, to love when it's hard, to speak truth when it's unpopular, to shine light in places where darkness has been tolerated for too long. And yes, it will cost you something. Sometimes it will cost you everything. But I promise what I give in return is greater. A peace that cannot be stolen, a purpose that cannot be shaken, and a reward that cannot be measured by earthly standards. Keep going, even when you feel nothing, even when the heavens seem silent. Faith is not a feeling, it is a decision. A daily yes to trust me more than your circumstances. A quiet amen in the middle of chaos. A whispered I believe when doubt presses in. And know this, I have not just called you to survive hardship. I have called you to overcome, to rise, to become a testimony, not only for yourself but for others who are watching, waiting to see if faith really works. You are a light, child, and lights are made for the darkness. So walk boldly, speak boldly, love boldly. Let your life declare who I am, not just in your victories, but in your perseverance, in your ability to keep choosing hope over despair, forgiveness over bitterness, joy over cynicism, faith over fear. You are not weak because you cry. You are not a failure because you struggle. You are growing. You are stretching. You are becoming. And I, your Father, am proud of you not just when you succeed, but even when you simply refuse to give up. Let courage rise in your chest like fire. Let your prayers be louder than your fears. Let your soul be still, knowing I go before you, I walk beside you, and I cover you from behind. You are not just my child. You are my warrior, and the battle may be fierce, but the victory is already mine. My child, I know there are pieces of your past that still cling to you like shadows, regrets you can't seem to silence, memories that resurface without warning, words spoken over you, harsh, careless, cruel, that left bruises on your soul. I see how you try to move forward while dragging chains you never meant to carry. But today, I want you to hear me clearly. You are not your past. You are not your pain. You are not what was done to you. You are who I say you are. And I say you are redeemed. I say you are new. I say you are forgiven, restored, and called for something greater. The cross did not only wash away your sin. It broke every curse, every cycle, every pattern that tried to define you without me. What the enemy used to trap you, I will use to transform you. Let me heal the wounds you've buried for years. Those quiet aches you thought time would fix but only grew deeper. I am not afraid to touch what hurts. I am not shocked by your brokenness. I move toward it because that's where my mercy flows best. Not on the polished surface, but in the places that are raw and honest. Let me into those spaces. Let me into the room of guilt you always keep locked. Let me sit with you in the silence you dread. Let me hold your hand through the memories that still make you cry. I will not rush your healing, but I will never stop offering it. Child, forgiveness is not pretending it didn't hurt. It's placing the pain into my hands and letting me carry it for you. It's saying, this is too heavy for me, and trusting that my shoulders can bear what yours were never meant to. There is no sin too deep for my grace, no wound too old for my touch, no shame too stubborn for my truth. Come out of hiding. You don't need to earn this healing. It is my gift. You don't have to prove you're worthy. My love has already declared you are. The enemy wants to keep you stuck in the identity of your failures, stuck in the prison of your fears. But I came to set captives free. And freedom is not just for your eternity. It's for your now. I want you to breathe without the weight. I want you to love without fear. I want you to walk forward without looking back. Yes, the road ahead may still have valleys, but unlike before, you will not walk alone. I will go with you. I will walk before you, and I will fight for you in ways you cannot even see. I am building a future for you. Not a vague hope, not a fantasy, but a real, tangible, holy purpose. You were made to live boldly. You were made to create, to speak, to lead, to bless. There is a place that only you can fill, a story that only you can tell, a light that only you can shine. Don't let your history steal your destiny. I have written promises over your life that no one can cancel. The very dreams that feel too big, too impossible, too delayed, I still remember them, and I am not finished. In fact, I am just beginning, but I need you to let go. Let go of the lies. Let go of the labels. Let go of the bitterness. Not because they don't matter, but because they cannot go where I'm leading you. You don't need them anymore. What you need is already inside you: faith, hope, and my spirit. Look up, child. There is beauty ahead. There are relationships waiting to be healed, doors waiting to open, gifts waiting to be activated. The wilderness you've walked through has not been wasted. It has prepared you, trained you, humbled you, rooted you. Now rise, not in your strength, but in mine, not in fear, but in faith. Take my hand and walk boldly into what I've prepared. You are not disqualified. You are not forgotten. You are not too late. You are exactly where I can begin something glorious. My beloved child, now that you've laid down the burdens of the past and allowed me to begin healing the places within you that were long ignored, I want to invite you into something even deeper. Not just healing, but intimacy. You were not created to merely survive life's chaos. You were not meant to walk the path of faith as a distant servant or an outsider knocking on heaven's door. You were made to walk with me, hand in hand, heart to heart, not as a stranger trying to impress, but as a child who is already loved. I did not save you to recruit you into religion. I saved you to bring you home, to invite you into relationship, to make your heart my dwelling place. My Spirit does not simply visit, He abides. This is not about performance. It is about presence. You do not have to strive to reach me. I am already here. You do not need to use the right words or rituals. Just speak. Just sit with me. Let silence become sacred between us. Let your sighs be prayers. Let your thoughts be poured out honestly, without fear of rejection. I am not looking for perfect prayers. I am listening for your voice, raw, real, and honest. I long to meet you in the quiet corners of your day, in the early mornings when your heart feels unsure, in the stillness before sleep when your thoughts begin to swirl, in the small, unglamorous moments, washing dishes, sitting in traffic, folding laundry. I am there, waiting, watching, whispering, because I love you, not your achievements. I want to be the first one you run to, not just in crisis, but in joy. I want to celebrate your victories with you, not just comfort your sorrows. I want to walk with you in every ordinary detail, because in my eyes, nothing about your life is ordinary. Child, you don't need to fear intimacy with me. I already know everything. The thoughts you haven't confessed, the emotions you suppress, the dreams you've buried because you were told they were too much. I see it all and I stay, not to condemn, but to commune. The peace I offer is not the peace the world gives. It's not shallow or situational. It's not the absence of trouble, but the presence of me in the midst of it. This peace guards your heart when logic fails. It stills your spirit even when the storm keeps raging. It's a peace rooted in the unchanging truth. I am with you. I am for you. I am in you. Let this peace fill every space inside you. Your mind, your memories, your future. Let it silence the anxious voices and the noise of self-doubt. You don't need to control everything. You only need to stay close to me. Draw near. Lean in. Let me be your shepherd, not just in theory, but in reality. Let me guide your decisions, not just bless your plans. Let me write your story, not just fix your pages. This is not about a one-time encounter. It's about a daily friendship, a sacred companionship, a never-ending conversation between father and child. You don't have to pretend to be strong when you are not. I am not disappointed by your neediness. I delight in it. Because every time you turn to me, every time you whisper my name instead of spiraling in fear, you declare that I am your God. And I respond not with distance, but with delight. Yes, I delight in you. I rejoice over you with singing. I surround you with my favor. I rejoice not because you are flawless, but because you are mine. And when you abide in me, not just occasionally, but continually, your life begins to reflect something supernatural. Peace that surpasses understanding, joy that is untouchable by circumstances, and love that drives out every fear. I want this to be your new normal, not survival, not striving, not religion, intimacy, peace, rest, not because the world is calm, but because your soul is anchored in me. So, my child, build your life on this relationship. Let me be your home. Come to me first before you go to others. Let my truth be your compass, not public opinion. Let my love be your mirror, not the world's judgment. You are not far from me. You never were. Every breath you take, every beat of your heart, happens within the rhythm of my presence. You are surrounded, held, embraced. Nothing can separate you from this love. Not fear, not failure, not your past, not even death. This is the secret the world is missing. Not more answers, but more of me. Not more doing, but more dwelling. Not more striving, but more surrender. And this sacred connection between us is what you were always meant for. Not temporary, not dependent on your mood. Eternal, unshakable, holy. Come, my beloved child. Come not as a visitor, but as a son, as a daughter, as one who belongs. You have access, you have place, you have my heart. And in me, you will find peace that lasts, hope that endures, and love that never fails. My child, now that your heart has begun to rest in me, now that peace has begun to take root where chaos once ruled, let me tell you something holy, something true, something the enemy has worked hard to make you forget. You were created for a purpose, a divine assignment, a mission etched into the very fabric of your soul. Before you ever took your first breath, I knew you. I designed you not randomly but intentionally. You were not born by accident, not placed on this earth to wander aimlessly. You were crafted for impact, formed to shine, anointed to carry something into the world that only you can carry. This world doesn't need more copies. It needs your authentic voice, your redeemed story, your unique gifting awakened and aligned with my heart. You were not made to compare. You were made to contribute. Every experience you've walked through, every joy, every scar, every detour, has not been wasted. I have been weaving it all together, not to destroy your worth, but to refine your calling. Even the moments you thought were meaningless, even the chapters filled with pain, they are now the soil from which your ministry, your testimony, your anointing will grow. You are not disqualified by what you've been through. In fact, you're more qualified than ever because now you understand. You've tasted brokenness and comfort. You've seen darkness and still chosen light. That makes you a witness, a warrior, a vessel ready to be filled and poured out. But child, calling is not about platform. It's not always about microphones or titles. Often it looks like humility, like serving in silence, like choosing forgiveness when revenge feels easier, like staying faithful when no one sees but me. You are already in ministry when you love your family well, when you speak kindly to a stranger, when you offer hope in a hopeless place. Never underestimate the power of small obedience. It moves heaven. I am not looking for perfection. I'm looking for surrender. Give me your yes again and again, and watch what I will do. I will open doors no man can shut. I will place you in rooms you never imagined. I will position you exactly where your voice, your presence, your spirit are needed most. Not because of your resume, but because of your readiness. And yes, there will be warfare. The enemy doesn't attack the lazy or aimless. He attacks those who carry something dangerous to darkness, those like you. He will try to make you doubt your worth, to delay your steps, to distract you with false comforts or overwhelm you with fear. But remember, you don't fight for victory. You fight from victory. I have already overcome the world. And with me, so will you. I've been preparing you all along. In the quiet seasons, in the waiting, in the tears you thought no one noticed. I was training your hands for battle and your heart for compassion. I was shaping you into someone who doesn't just talk about faith but walks in it, lives it, carries it like a fire. So now I say it's time to rise, to build, to speak, to lead, not by human strength but by my spirit. What I've placed in you, no man gave, and no man can take away. Your gift may look different than others, but that's because your calling is different too. And the world needs the exact expression of me that flows through you. Be bold, but stay humble. Walk in power, but also in purity. Let your authority be wrapped in compassion. Let your ambition be led by peace. This is not a race for approval, it is a walk of purpose. Each step guided by my whisper, each moment drenched in my presence. You are not alone. I will send divine connections, people who will sharpen you, lift you, pray for you. I will raise up those who recognize the oil I've placed on your life. But even when you feel misunderstood, unseen, or resisted, don't shrink back. Your worth is not validated by applause. It is sealed by my approval. And your job is not to make everyone understand. Your job is to be faithful, to move when I say move, to speak when I say speak, to rest when I say rest, to follow me, not results, not trends, not fear. Let me make you a builder of things that last, a creator of peace, a voice of truth, a heart of compassion in a cold world. Let your hands become vessels of healing. Let your words carry the weight of heaven. Let your life be a living testimony that says, God is real, and He is good. Because when you walk in your calling, anchored in love, unshaken by doubt, burning with eternal purpose, you don't just change rooms. You change atmospheres. You become a lighthouse for the lost, a safe place for the broken, a reminder to the weary that there is still hope. So don't look to the left or to the right. Keep your eyes on me. I will guide you with my eye. I will speak when you're confused. I will go before you and surround you. And even when you don't see it, I will still be working on your behalf. This is your time, not because you are ready in your own eyes, but because I say you are. And when I call, I equip. When I appoint, I anoint. When I send, I protect. So rise, my beloved. You were made for this. The world is waiting, and I am with you every step of the way. My beloved child, as you walk in your purpose, as you rise into the calling I have placed upon your life, I want to remind you of something deeper still. The foundation beneath it all, the thread that weaves through every promise, every tear, every triumph, and every trial, eternity. You were not created for a fleeting existence. You were not made to chase temporary pleasures or collect fragile treasures. You were formed with eternity written in your soul. This world, with all its beauty and brokenness, is only a whisper of the glory to come. You were made for more, infinitely more. Every step you take on this earth, every act of love, every sacrifice done in my name is building something eternal. A kingdom that cannot be shaken, a story that does not end in the grave, a legacy that outlives time itself. Do not be dismayed when the world does not understand you. Do not be discouraged when others pursue what is shiny but shallow. You are not behind. You are aligned with a kingdom that is unseen but unstoppable. My child, hope is not a wish, it is an anchor. And the anchor I have given you is not tied to circumstances, success, or stability. It is tied to me, to my nature, to my word, to my promise that what I have begun in you, I will surely finish. There will be days when the winds are fierce and the waves crash hard. But let your soul remember this. I have already won. The cross was not the end. It was the beginning of victory. The tomb was not defeat. It was the doorway to resurrection. And the same Spirit that raised Christ from the dead now lives in you. You are not powerless. You are not at the mercy of the world. You are seated with me in heavenly places. You are marked for triumph. And yes, this world will continue to groan. There will be evil. There will be injustice. There will be pain that does not make sense. But don't lose heart, because I am making all things new. I am redeeming every broken piece. I am restoring what was stolen. And the day is coming, oh child, it is coming, when I will wipe every tear from every eye, and death will be no more. There will be no more mourning, no more fear, no more silence in your soul. You will see me face to face, and every question will dissolve in the light of my glory. You will know, fully and completely, that every battle was worth it. Every scar carried purpose, and every moment of pain held eternal meaning. But until that day, I ask you to keep walking by faith, not by sight, not by approval, not by what feels easy or looks impressive, but by trust in me. For I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. What I open, no one can shut. What I bless, no one can curse. And when I say you are mine, that identity can never be revoked. Don't grow weary in doing good. Don't let the delay convince you I've forgotten. Time does not weaken my promises. It ripens them. Every prayer you've whispered, every longing you've carried, every silent yes you've offered in the dark, I have seen it all. And I am weaving them together into a masterpiece beyond anything you could imagine. So when the road feels long, when the burden feels heavy, when the night seems endless, lift your eyes. Look beyond what your natural eyes can see. Set your gaze on heaven. Remember, this world is not your home. It is your assignment. Your citizenship is in a kingdom that cannot be shaken. Your inheritance is incorruptible. Your reward is eternal. I am preparing a place for you, not built by human hands, not measured by human standards. A place where joy is not seasonal, where peace is not partial, where love is not limited. And when your race is finished, when your journey is complete, I will welcome you home, not as a servant, but as my child, my heir, my delight. And I will say to you, well done, good and faithful one. Enter into the joy prepared for you since before the foundations of the world. But until that moment, know this, I am with you. I am in every valley. I am in every victory. I am in every breath you take. I go before you and come behind you. I surround you with my favor like a shield, and no weapon formed against you will prosper. You are not just part of my story. You are my beloved, my warrior, my light bearer, my glory carrier. So stand tall even when you tremble. Keep sowing truth even when the soil is hard. Keep choosing love even when hate is loud. Keep shining even when it costs you. Because, child, the battle is real, but the ending is sure. Victory is not a possibility. It is a certainty, written in the blood of the Lamb and sealed by the Spirit of God. And when the enemy comes to whisper lies, remind him of the truth. You are chosen. You are covered. You are crowned. Your name is written in the Lamb's book of life, and your future is glorious. So lift your head, strengthen your heart, fix your eyes on what is eternal, because I, your Father, the Creator of heaven and earth, I am not finished. I am just getting started, and the best is yet to come.